Hi guys, it's Kevin at NexusCoinsandBullion in Edmonton, Alberta. Today I thought I'd talk about silver storage and silver care. I'm also joined by my faithful silver companion, Superman. How we doing today, Big S? I'm doing well, Kevin. Silver and gold are up today. Things are looking like they're starting to rebound. That's awesome, Superman. That's great news. Yeah, I think silver's up $1.40 right now, and gold's up about $60, I think. So yeah, cheers to that, guys. Things are looking good. I hope everybody's been buying this dip. It definitely is a buying opportunity. I think we're going to see a little volatility continuing, up and down, up and down, up and down. You know, my girlfriend loves it for trading the stocks. I, for one, like holding the physical. Yeah, I've been buying the dips. I hope you have as well. Because, like I said, in the spring, I think we're going to start seeing all-time highs again. Yeah, we're going to break through. We'll see. Anyways, let's get started in today's video, shall we? I, for one, find these ammo storage cases pretty good for storing silver and gold. You can buy them at Cabela's. They're pretty cheap, like, you know, 10 or 12 bucks for a small container. And then up to like $25 for some of these larger ones. But they're designed for holding ammunition, so they got the rubber seal inside the lid. So that's going to prevent moisture from getting inside. And then they got this clamp down mechanism to keep things nice and secure. So yeah, there's the small size, got this medium size here, and even the large. And then if you got some real weight, you can go to a metal container. So if you got some really heavy duty weight, I'd use this. Like these plastic ones will hold maybe, you know, 300 or 400 ounces, but you risk breaking the plastic pins here. You know, everything's plastic, right? So I don't think they're designed to hold that kind of weight, but I've carried 300 ounces easily in these. And this bad boy here, this will hold some weight for sure because it's all metal. But let's take a look inside one, shall we? It's the right height to hold tubes of maples. And I got some bars in here as well. Well, like I said, I can usually carry about 300 ounces in here, and it's not a problem. And then this guy over here, the bigger case, it's good for storing maybe like, you know, coins that come in some type of box with COA, right? You know, maybe you got some beautiful silver or gold coins. They come with these nice presentation boxes and the paper. You want to keep that all dry, right? So keeping them in these ammo cans, right? They keep the moisture out. It's a nice way to store things like that. And it's pretty compact. And then of course, excuse me, Superman, we got this bad boy here. This is a heavy duty case. I think I paid about 25 bucks for it. But this will hold some weight, guys. This will hold some weight. I got 600 ounces in here, and it's not a problem. You know, I could load this thing right up. This is a really strong case. You just need the muscles to carry it. Yeah. 600 ounces and all kinds of room. Yeah, so this is very sturdy. It's got the rubber seal on the inside of the lid as well. Very strong metal, very thick. So yeah, I'd recommend something like that if you're just holding weight. So that's for storage. I really like it. You know, I actually use these cases for products that I have in my display cases, and at the end of the day I'll put them away in these cases and then put it into the safe. It's just easier for pulling in and out of the safe, right? And then you know, there's, even though you know, these are basically a pretty good seal for keeping air out with the rubber seal on the lids, you might want to think about throwing in some of these silica gel packs, right? Everybody's seen these before. You buy clothing or a pair of shoes, these usually come in the box, right? They absorb the moisture in the air. It keeps your packaging from getting mildewy and wet. So what I'll do is I'll usually throw one of these in the box, and that just helps to absorb the moisture in the air that will be in there. Obviously, when you open up the case, you're letting all the surrounding air in, right? So when you close it, these silica gel packs will absorb any remaining moisture that's inside the box, right? It's a similar thing when people do food preservation. They'll throw a couple of these small silica packs in the bag with the food. When they seal it inside the Mylar bag, it just gets rid of that leftover moisture. I like this one here because these are rechargeable. They got little beads inside, and they'll turn color once they've absorbed all the moisture and they're no longer good. You can see some dark ones in there. And what you can do is you can simply put it in a microwave or inside an oven, and that helps remove the moisture from the beads, basically recharging your pack so it can be reused over and over again. And you can buy these on Amazon. Just search silica gel pack and you can find these specific ones on Amazon. So yeah, it's something highly recommended. And of course, you know, you might ask, well, for bullion coins, does it really matter? You know, does it really matter? You know, what causes silver to tarnish, right? I think it's a couple of things. Of course, humidity. Like people in Ontario, a lot more humid than us out in the west. So humidity will play a factor. But also, I believe there's like sulfur in the air, and it causes silver to tarnish. But you can see these are nice, shiny, and new. These are 2022 maples. So whoever had these had them stored right. And it doesn't hurt. You could also like tape the edge, the seal, right? That's going to keep the moisture out from getting in. There's a lot of things you can do to keep your silver looking new, free of tarnishing. Some people like tarnishing, some people don't. You know, on the older vintage stuff, I think tarnishing looks kind of cool. Like, let's take a look at this Engelhard here, right? That's some natural tarnishing there, right? It looks pretty cool. You know, you got so you know, people kind of like these old bars with the tarnishing. It adds the character. It makes the detail pop. You know, yeah. So it depends. Some people like it shiny and new. There's nothing wrong with it. you know, you can clean a coin, right? Like they say you should never clean a coin because it removes all value, and it's true when you're talking like numismatic coins. Like if you find like old valuable coins that are tarnished, and maybe the mintage is so low on them that they're worth like, you know, $10,000 or something, the last thing you'd want to do is clean it. That would basically wipe out a lot of its value. But for newer modern bullion, you know, I've had silver come in the shop and it's all tarnished. You know, it's just not very attractive. Like, let me grab you something for example. Here, give me a sec. I had these recently come in. They're 1/10 ounce pure silver rounds. They were all tarnished, right? And now look at them. They look all nice and shiny and new. Well, how did I do that? Very simple. This stuff here. It's a silver cleaner by Haggerty. And you can buy this online as well, guys. On Amazon. Just Google it. Or sorry, you don't have to Google it. Just go to Amazon and type in the search bar Haggerty Instant Silver Clean. There it is. It's designed for silver jewelry, but of course this works just as well, right? And all it is, excuse me, all it is a solution. Oh. Okay, it's a solution in a tub here, and it's got this little plunger with the basket. You just put your silver coins in there, let it sit in there from, you know, 10 seconds up to a minute at the most. And hold on a sec, guys. I got to get this stuff off my hands. Yeah, just dip it for 10 seconds to a minute, and it instantly just takes the tarnish off. Then all you have to do is just rinse your coin under some warm water, and then just kind of dab it dry with a cloth or a paper towel or something. But it works amazingly well and makes your coins look like new again. So if you've got some coins that you don't like the tarnishing on them, just give them a quick dip in this, rinse them off, dab them dry, and they're going to look all nice and shiny again. And I would recommend wearing gloves, just some latex gloves, because this is acid after all. It's a very mild acid. You don't want to get this on your fingers. If you do, just rinse right away, you'll be fine. It's not highly corrosive, right? So yeah, I'll use that from time to time to get rid of toning if it's suitable. I don't clean everything, but depending on what it is, I'll clean it. Like if it's just generic rounds or things like that have no numismatic value, there's nothing wrong with cleaning your silver. Get it back to its nice shiny state. Perfect example, I had these silver gold bull bars come in. They came in the plastic seal and the seals were punctured, right? So there was some ugly looking toning forming on the bars on the corners. So I just dipped them in this solution and got rid of the toning. Took them out of the vinyl sleeves and put them in these nice capsules, right? These stack as well. So capsules are another way to keep your silver from toning because they're airtight, or at least they should be, right? So if air can't get to your silver, then it won't tone. Because I guess, you know, there's sulfur in the air, and that has, to my understanding, it's the sulfur in the air that causes toning. I'm sure there's other reasons as well, but that's one of the contributing reasons. But now that they're in airtights, they should stay nice and shiny and new looking. You know, nice and clean and stackable. So yeah, some silver coins will tarnish even inside the capsules. That's because the capsules aren't necessarily 100% airtight, and the air is getting in there. So if you see coins that are tarnishing inside capsules, that's why. And like I said, if you want to get them back to their natural state, just a quick dip in the solution, rinse it off, dab it dry, put it back in a capsule, or maybe get a different brand of capsule that's more tight fitting. What else can you do? You got, like I said, these silica gel packs. Put them in your box with your silver. Good for, like, not only this, but also definitely when you got cardboard and stuff like that, you want to protect your packaging. And you know, this cleaner is great, but it's only designed for toning, right? If you got milk spots on a coin, like, you know, all the old Royal Canadian Mint stuff from, I believe it was 2017 and earlier, was prone to milk spotting. Anything 2018 and newer, they've got the Mint Shield technology, so you never have to worry about milk spotting anymore. So if you have coins with milk spotting on them, hold on, I got this I got this acid on my fingers again. Ah. So if you do have coins with milk spotting, you can use a jewelry polishing cloth. Again, this is by Haggerty, and you can find this on Amazon. There are similar cloths as well. I like this one. I think it's out of stock right now on Amazon. Goes for $20+. And but you know, silver tarnishes, and it's, even though it's got antibacterial properties, you can see what comes off a silver bar or a coin, right? This is a jeweler's cloth, obviously well used. All this black is garbage that's come off the silver. But you can just, like, let's say it's some old maples, you didn't like the milk spotting, you could just use this jewelry cloth to clean the milk spots off. It's obviously good for, it was designed for cleaning jewelry, right? Like, you know, if you have a silver chain and it's starting to look a little tarnished, you can just kind of, you know, clean your chain this way. Take the tarnish off, get it nice and shiny again. I've used this on, like, ugly looking bars that come into the shop, you know. You know, sometimes you'll get a bar come in and it's like really just hazy and just, I don't know, little nasty looking. You can give it a bit of a bath to get rid of the toning, and then you can take this jeweler's cloth and just kind of rub it down to give it a shiny appearance again. But just so you know, when you have something that's shiny like this, you're gonna create surface scratches. You know, you can see the scratches on there, right? It's just a bullion bar, but I'll tell you, I'd rather see a few minor scratching on it than having it all dull and dirty looking. You know, this jeweler's cloth will make your silver nice and shiny again. And yeah, you'll have some minor scratches. So you definitely don't want to do this with like beautiful proof coins, because this cloth, even though it's very soft, you're going to create some micro scratches, and you will see it. Trust me. Never ever try this on a proof coin. You will scratch the surface. What else can we do, guys? Also, storage-wise, there's these cool plastic tubes you can buy. And it'll hold like 20 coins in capsules, right? So if you got some coins in capsules and you want a way to store them, there you go. This tube will hold 20. You can buy this on Amazon. This one will come with like 20 capsules and the tube, usually for around 30 bucks, maybe 40 bucks, I can't remember. You can buy just the tube separately, but I think you have to buy it from a guy called On Fire Guy. He's the one that supplies these capsules, or these tubes, sorry. And he also supplies capsules. So he's got a site called On Fire Guy, and he also's got he's got some items listed on Amazon as well. Of course, I like buying through Amazon because you can usually get the free shipping, right? What else can we do to protect our silver? There's something called, let me just see if I can find it. I'm kind of multitasking here on Amazon. Give me a second. You can buy something by Haggerty, the same company that makes the jewelry polishing cloths. It looks like this. It's just paper, but it's actually silver protection strips. Give me a second. I'll see if I can bring my laptop up. Uh-oh. Let me see if we can do this. Ooh. Stand by, guys. This could get messy. Oh, watch out, Superman. Watch out, buddy. Okay, let me see if I can... There you go. Haggerty. These are 2x7-inch silver protection strips. This you get 8 of them in the bag or in the box. And what's cool about this, it just looks like paper, but so what you do is you can just put a few strips of this in your box, and it's going to absorb, like, I guess, like probably things like the sulfur that are in the air, right? And that's going to protect your silver from tarnishing. And if you wanted to, you could even put it inside some of your packages. Like, let's say you got a beautiful silver proof set, just take a small piece of this paper and put it inside the package with it. Likewise, if you don't want your your maples to tarnish, you can maybe pop open the cap, put a small piece of paper inside, close the cap again, right? It's just going to absorb any contaminants in the air and prevent tarnishing from happening. So yeah, just looks like paper, but like I said, it's it's going to absorb, it's going to prevent the tarnishing. Pretty cool little thing. Let me put my laptop back. Let me get Superman back in the picture here. So yeah, there you go, guys. Just a few things you can do to store your silver and to preserve it. Yeah, once again, you got these great ammunition cans for storage with the rubber airtight seals to prevent moisture from getting in. Right? You've got capsules for bars. You know, you got them for your coins, right? And of course, you know, there's a variety of different size capsules you can buy. Right? So yeah, you know, let's face it, silver's getting expensive, so why not try and protect it, right? Like, it's not cheap anymore. But, you know, honestly, with a bullion coin like Maples and all that, no big deal. You know, just throw them in a box. It's up to you what you want to do. You know, there's nothing like, you know, a tube of Maples nowadays is close to $2,000, right? So, why not protect it? Nothing wrong with it at all. Of course, my buddy Superman, he needs no protecting, right? Isn't that right, big guy? That's right, Kevin. Yeah. Love you, buddy. All right. So, yeah, that's what I use. I use these bins or these storage containers. Like I said, anywhere from $10 to $25. They're pretty cheap, even for heavy-duty ones like this. And then you've got the this solution, instant silver clean. If you want to get tarnish off your silver, obviously it comes in a small container. You got to dip the coins, but if you had a big bar you want to get it off of, maybe you just pour it on. It's going to be a waste, but this stuff's pretty cheap. It's only like $10 or $15. So, and then we have capsules, right? And we have our silica gel packs. And of course, I recommend the rechargeable ones. And we've got our anti-toning paper strips here. They usually come in like big sheets, like you know, I don't know, 4x7 or 9. You get like a few in a box, so it's a good investment. And yeah, it works. And then of course you got these great little storage tubes if you like these as well. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. I haven't had much new product come into the shop through wholesalers this week just because of all the volatility, but next week I'll have some new stuff coming into the shop, and I've been placing orders from US distributors as well. I'm hoping to get some Scottsdale product in a couple of weeks, so I'm looking forward to that. So for all you guys out there that like Scottsdale, I'm gonna have a nice sizable order coming in, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, hope this video helped. If you got any other information you'd like to add, please leave it in the comments below. And as always, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, take care. Stay super. Bye for now.